Hello everybody, this is Gamalier, broker realtor with Sturgis Realty Group.
And I'm Alan Rios, I'm the Realtor with Sturgis Realty Group right here in Metro Atlanta.
Today we have a great topic for you. We're going to talk about what's going on in the real estate market here in Metro Atlanta.
There's a lot going on,
There
for sure. I mean, we've got some big changes from the earlier part of this year compared to what we're experiencing in the real estate market right now.
Definitely what's going on, we've seen already, obviously, we're still in the southern market here in Metro Atlanta, but we're actually moving into a buyer's market.
That's for sure. We're going to start off with some numbers, Gamalier, and we're going to take a look at the amount of homes that are for sale on the market. Starting with single family homes, we are sitting at 10,767 homes. Compare that to February, when we only had 5,308 homes on the market.
Wow.
That's
So
more
we
than
see,
double.
yeah, definitely. We're seeing that we're starting to see a lot of inventory in the market.
It's increasing.
And less buyers in the market too.
That too, yeah.
So obviously, there's a lot of opportunity for people who are being last year where they were looking, they didn't find a property. And obviously there was less properties for sale, so you had to pick whatever was available. But now actually there's a lot more houses to pick from. And one thing I'm starting to see too, there's a lot of good lenders out there bringing a lot of excellent programs to help buyers.
Yeah. Definitely, for sure. Reach out to us and we can put you in touch with that particular lender to help you out. Let's take a look at condos, Gamalier, right? The amount of homes for sale as far as condominiums are concerned here in Metro Atlanta, right around 898 homes.
Yes, and that was compared, when we look at February of this year, there were around 561. So obviously you see the increase of supplies also when it comes to single family and also condos. So again, there's a lot of opportunity for buyers to go out there and take up the opportunity of the market. Now, as far as another factor that we look at that is very important is days on the market. And we look at days on the market, we're looking at the median number. Obviously, when we look at single properties here in the Metro Atlanta, we're looking at around 14 days in the market.
So right around 2 weeks, and you got to remember this is median, so 50% of the other homes are staying well above 14 days when you think of it, right? And there are some homes that are, selling much quicker than 14 days.
Yeah, when we compare this number, right, back in May, we were only
right around 5 days.
Yeah, less than a week. Yeah.
So, I mean, homes were selling in a day or two, back then.
Some of them were, like we mentioned, we're getting the multiple offers and everything. And now, when you compare to where we are now, where actually that number has doubled, so it's taking twice as much.
Exactly. And as far as condominiums are concerned, pretty much similar as well. 12 days on the market right now compared to May. They were sitting right around 5 days. So that kind of gives you an idea if you're thinking about putting your house on the market, anywhere from 2 weeks to maybe about a month before you start getting some offers and going on the contract.
And that depends obviously on some of the marketing that the house, the agents do to push that house. And obviously there's a lot of factors when it comes to selling a house. Condition is a big factor, so obviously, make sure
maintain your home real well.
And the curb appeal. So there's a lot of things that go when you're selling a property. That's why you want to make sure you use an experienced realtor, just like our group here, Sturgis Realty. We help a lot of sellers all through Metro Atlanta to sell properties and get top dollars.
Yeah, we give them good guidance as far as getting their house prepped for sale. So some good tips there. All right, supply of homes, Gamalier. We're talking about the inventory increasing. As far as single family homes, we're seeing a 2.5 month supply of homes.
Yes. And what this number mentioned again is if you were to put, stop putting houses in the market for sale, that means that in 2.5 months, everything will be sold. And, compared to January of this year, it was roughly 1 month compared to 2.5 months. So you can see it has doubled. So that means obviously that we're starting to see more and more houses in the market. And what we forecast is that we're going to continue to see more inventory.
Yeah, and we notice it month to month to month that the supply is starting to increase. As far as condominiums are concerned here in Metro Atlanta, we're sitting right around 2 months supply. And the lowest we were was 1 month back in January of 2022.
So obviously that says that opportunity on the condo market and opportunity on the single market. So there obviously we're starting to see more inventory, and then like we said, we're going to forecast that we're going to continue seeing more inventory, so that continues to be more opportunity for buyers. And one important factor that we always look at, and this is median price.
Everybody wants to know that.
Everybody wants to know the price, whether their house is selling, whether you're a buyer want to know the price and whether you're a seller, want to get the most out of your property. Currently, right now in Metro Atlanta, median price stands around $415,000 compared to January.
Yeah, January we were sitting at $432,950. So that is a 4% drop in median price for single-family homes in Metro Atlanta.
It is.
And that's a trend, right? And we're seeing it.
Yeah, so definitely you're getting a discount there of 4% if you were to buy a house now versus in January.
Yep.
Now, when we look at condos in Metro Atlanta, the median price for condo is roughly $272,488,000 compared to June, where we were at $299,900.
Yeah, almost $300,000. And Gamalier, we've seen a 9% drop in the median price since January.
Wow. Obviously, that's, a pretty big discount of 9%. So we're starting to see these numbers, and you see how everything going into a buyer's market as far as we see the numbers so far. Now, another important factor that we always talk about, and it's a very important factor, is the percentage of list price sold.
Yeah, so when we look at single family homes, right now we're sitting at 99.5% of list price sold, meaning say you sold a home for $300,000, list the price for $300,000, you actually sold it for, on average, about 0.5% below that.
Yes. So obviously, this number is very important because it tells you what the houses are selling, and also tells the buyer, what the type of discount they're getting out there. Like when you look at back in May of this year, they actually were selling on 102.6, close to 103. So that means that you're paying 3% above the price. That's why when you were, going to making an offer and you make a full price, you were not getting the property because people were willing to pay 3% above the market price.
Yeah, compare that to condos, we're sitting right around 100%. So on average, we're seeing homes sold at list price. But back in May, they were selling at 102%. So again, a situation very similar to the single family homes. You had to pay over the listing price in order to compete.
So the good thing is that, when we look at this number and we compare these numbers, it looks like the market is actually balancing out.
Yeah.
So obviously they're, like Landon mentioned, they're 100%, so they're selling at market price. So, it's good to see a balance also on the market, but a very important.
It's continuing to drop there, though, as you noticed there with the condos. Yeah.
Yes. A very important factor, obviously, that we always look at.
This is huge.
Interest rate.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're buying a home, obviously you're going to borrow, you're going to get a loan. And normally, it's going to be a 30-year fix that people get when they're buying a home. So we always look closely at what's going on in that market. And now, as of today, November 2022, we're staying at 7.1%.
Yeah, compare that to back in January, Gamalier. Hard to believe.
Yes, it is.
3.5%. Come on.
Wow.
No way.
So that's double. Again, that's another double. So obviously, as a homeowner, obviously your price is going to be, your mortgage payment is going to be a lot higher. Yeah. But now the good thing is here in the Metro Atlanta also is that rent has gone up a lot.
Oh, it has.
So when you compare, am I going to rent? I'm going to buy. Obviously, there's a lot of more benefits. I'm owning a home, not just tax incentive that you get, but you also get what I call the pay down. Yeah. Pay down because over time you're paying down your loan and you're building equity. You build, no matter what the market does, you're going to build equity because you're paying down that loan.
And eventually you'll pay it off if you stay in there long term.
Yes, and also all the good benefit over time, in the market, doesn't matter if the real estate market goes up and down like this, at the same time it goes over time, it goes up.
Yeah.
Meaning that it doesn't matter a home, if you keep paying it down, over time, the market is going to increase the price of that home over time, doesn't matter where you are.
Exactly.
Which means that obviously you're going to make equity based on the market going up, but also on the pay down. So that's how you develop equity in a property in the long term, and you can reinvest that. A lot of people who are retired, that's where they have the most money. They have them tied up to their home.
Yeah, exactly. So in short, real estate is a great investment is what we're trying to tell you there. So no matter what, even with interest rates a little bit on the higher end, we can refinance down the road. It does fluctuate. Interest rates do not stay the same. So they fluctuate, either drop or go higher. But once you get that particular loan, you're locked in. And then if it drops, you do have that opportunity to refinance and get it at a lower rate, which will drop your monthly mortgage payments.
So eventually, obviously, You want to get yourself ready, whether you're somebody who's been thinking about buying or you're somebody who's been thinking about selling. Understand the market and make sure that you make the right decision when it comes to buying or selling a home.
All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Hopefully we provided you enough information on what's going on in the Atlanta metro real estate market. Remember to click like, subscribe, and share our videos on YouTube. And yeah, join our family. We'd love to have you join us and watch our videos.
Thank you for watching. Have a great day.
Take care.
Bueno, sí.